Lesson 2 in Unit 3 is talking about lunar eclipse. What is the lunar eclipse? Now, what is the lunar eclipse? As in the figure, we can see Sun, Earth, and Moon lie in one straight line, within the Earth in the middle. But in the solar eclipse in the previous lesson, Sun, Moon, and Earth lie in one straight line within the Moon in the middle. Okay? What is the difference between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse? In the solar eclipse, Moon in the middle, but in lunar eclipse, the Earth in the middle. So, we can define the lunar eclipse as it's a phenomena occurs when the Earth lies between Sun and Moon. Excellent. Between Sun and Moon in one straight line. Lunar eclipse occur because the Earth hides the sunlight from reaching the Moon. So, the Moon lies in the umbra area, or part of it in umbra and another part in penumbra. So, this is the types of lunar eclipse. Again, why does lunar eclipse occur? We said that because the Earth hides all sunlight or a part of sunlight from reaching the Moon. Okay? If the Earth hides all the sunlight, it's called total lunar eclipse. But if the Earth hides a part of sunlight and another part of light reaches the Moon, it's a partial lunar eclipse. When does lunar eclipse occur? Lunar eclipse occur in the middle of lunar month. Okay? Or in the full moon phase. It occurs at night and it occurs twice a year. We must know that lunar eclipse doesn't need precautions because it is not harmful. But the solar eclipse needs precautions because it produces harmful radiations which harm the eyes. Do you remember? Okay. What are types of lunar eclipse? In the solar lunar eclipse, we have three types, which are total solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse, and annular solar eclipse. But in the lunar eclipse, we only have two types. Type number 1 is total lunar eclipse, and the type 2 is partial lunar eclipse. What about total lunar eclipse? It's a lunar eclipse which occurs when the Moon lies completely in a shadow area, or of the umbra area. So the Earth hides all the sunlight from reaching the Moon, and as you can see in the figure, we can't see the Moon completely. But in partial lunar eclipse, part of the Moon lies in the semi-shadow area. This part we can see it, and another part which lies in the shadow area or umbra area, we can't see it. So it's called partial lunar eclipse because, as you can see in the figure, we can see a part of the Moon and we can't see the another part. So we have only two types of lunar eclipse, total and partial. So, from the previous slide, we know that if the moon completely lie in the umbra area, it's a total lunar eclipse. And if the moon of the part of the moon lie in umbra area and another part lies in the penumbra area, it's a partial lunar eclipse. But it happens when the whole moon is in the semi-shaded area or in penumbra area. In this case, the moon color turns to be faint. The moon color turns to be faint. But this can't be, or this is not considered an eclipse. This phenomena is considered a lunar eclipse. Only the color of the moon changes to faint color. Now, what is the lunar eclipse? As in the figure, we can see sun, earth, and moon lie in one straight line, within the earth in the middle, But in the solar eclipse in the previous lesson, sun, moon, and earth lie in one straight line, within the moon in the middle. Okay? What is the difference between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse? In the solar eclipse, moon in the middle, but in lunar eclipse, the earth in the middle. So, we can define the lunar eclipse as it's a phenomena occurs when the earth lies between sun and moon. Excellent. Between sun and moon in one straight line. Lunar eclipse occur because the earth hides the sunlight from reaching the moon. So, the moon lies in the umbra area or part of it. In this slide, we can finally differ between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. In the solar eclipse, we can see the sun, the moon, and the earth in one straight line, within the moon in the middle. Okay? Or by another way, the moon lies between the sun and the earth, and it occurs in the daytime. But in the lunar eclipse, the earth lies between the sun and the moon, and it occurs in the night time. Thank you for listening.